Finally, the government has started to bring disruptive legislation for ensuring food safety and protecting consumer health. COVID-19 has set the right context in the minds of the consumer for eating right and healthy foods. The changing socio-economic conditions has contributed to a surge in packed food demand exponentially. The Food Safety and Standards Act 2006 defines food safety as an assurance that food is acceptable for human consumption according to its intended use. We may now look at the recent news which talks about the extending the power of the food regulator FSSAI to feed as well as packaging material. It is a historical decision. In case of food which is emanating from animals like milk, poultry, fish and meat, the feed being given to the animals plays an important role in ensuring food safety at first level. Food safety is a first responsibility of the regulator, which in turn ensures human safety. In future, we could expect to see some more stringent actions like banning sales of loose and unpasteurized foods. Tuberculosis, Jones disease and brucellosis is very common in Indian animals. So the regulator must initiate a purposeful dialogue with all the stakeholders to avoid any food emergency in the future. Caventer Agro Limited, which operates two dairy brands, Metro Dairy and Caventer Milk, is looking to ramp up production capacity by over 30% to close to 6 lakh litres per day from the current 4.5 lakh litres a day in the next 1 year. Plans are afoot to set up plants in Siliguri, Asansol and Durgapur in West Bengal, adding a total capacity of around 1.5 lakh litres a day. According to Mr. Sunil Kajaria, CEO, Banana and Dairy, Caventer Agro Limited, the satellite plants in these towns could have a production capacity of around 50,000 litres a day and entail an investment of around 30 to 40 crore. The pouch milk and the UHT milk segment has been witnessing a steady demand and the pandemic has not impacted the demand. The dairy business accounts for around 40% of Caventer Agro's total turnover and was estimated to be close to 400 crore in financial year 20, which is expected to grow by around 12% to rupees 450 crores in financial year 21. Stellabs, which is an end-to-end dairy technology solution company, has seen a 46% spike on month in its order value during the COVID-19 period. The number of farmers went up from 1.98 million to 2.3 million across 30,000 villages in 18 states, that are 16.6% more than the pre-COVID times. Stellabs is now digitizing more than 11 million litres of milk daily, which is 7% of the total milk flowing into the organized sector in a day. This will further increase to 15 million in the coming few months. Ranjit Mukundan, CEO and co-founder of Stellabs, said there are 80 million households engaged in milk production, of which about 60 to 70% is small and marginal farmers. Stellabs is helping dairy farmers with data and analytics solutions through its tech platform SmartMove TM to make informed decisions and balance their procurement. By enabling real-time remote monitoring of the procurement operations, Stellabs enable these dairies to ensure that their customers continue to receive safe, traceable and high-quality milk. For India's dairy sector, the next wave of growth is set to come from the eastern states. It is not just the dairy players that have spotted a potential market in the region. Policy guidance also encourages development in these dairy underdeveloped states. Mr. Dalip Rath, Chairman NDDB, said that if we look at the different states which contribute to the milk pool of the country, there are certain states in eastern and northeastern India which are left behind. We can maintain over 6% growth in the dairy sector if these states reach the all India average milk year production. As per 20th livestock census, West Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand, Assam and Odisha together have a cattle population of 66.3 million, which is about one-third of the country's total of 192.52 million. Bihar and West Bengal contribute about 5.2% and 3% respectively to the country's milk pool, while the remaining eastern states contribute less than 1% despite having rich animal wealth. To understand the challenges faced by the dairy cooperatives during the lockdown, Varghese Kurian Center of Excellence at IRMA conducted a study on the effect of COVID-19 on the dairy cooperative sector of Gujarat. The respondents of the survey were Banaskantha District Cooperative Milk Producer Union Limited and Rajkot District Cooperative Milk Producer Union Limited. These unions account around 30% of the total volume of milk procured, around 230 lakh litres per day by Amul. The total members associated with Banas and Rajkot milk unions are 3.7 lakh and 70,000 respectively. As per the survey findings, milk procurement at village cooperative societies witnessed an increase. The milk pooling grew as unorganized players stopped procuring milk due to the shutdown of the Horeca segment during the lockdown. During the COVID pandemic, there was surplus milk procurement by cooperatives despite the lean season when milk production usually sees a dip. The challenges of surplus milk was handled well by district milk unions by converting into value-added dairy products such as butter, cheese, ghee, UHT milk and milk powder. Veganism is the practice of eliminating the use of animal products, particularly from the diet. A vegan is a person who practices this philosophy. However, most people confuse vegan to the vegetarian way of eating. A vegan would abstain from eating dairy products, eggs, meat, etc. But a vegetarian may consume dairy products including milk, curd, ghee and butter. Social media has a profound impact of all the social and political issues. This has been one of the strong reasons behind the quick uptake of the vegan cause. Several celebrities admitted giving up on dairy products. The overall impact of this was an adequate increase in number of vegans in India. To meet the growing demand, several restaurants and food companies introduced robust vegan-friendly eatables. Websites popped up offering a wide range of vegan products. It is needless to say that this theory of lifestyle is not just behavioral but also sustainable. Moreover, studies have shown that a well-balanced vegan diet can effortlessly provide all the nutrients. Mr. R.S. Sodhi, MD Amul, took to Twitter to explain how the free market has helped the dairy farmers prosper. Responding to PM's Mann Ki Baat on the farm bills, Sodhi said that milk as an agriculture produce worth Rs 8 lakh crore. It is more than the combined value of wheat, paddy and sugarcane. He added that the dairy farmers, whether or not they are associated with the GCMMF, are free to sell their produce anywhere and buyers are free to buy it from anywhere. The competition for milk as a product is there even at village level. He further added that while agriculture's contribution to the GDP has been declining, milk's contribution has been rising steadily. Along with the increase of milk's contribution to GDP, there has also been a rise in farmers' income because of this freedom to sell the produce anywhere as they wish.
Thanks for watching Daily News 7x7 channel with news update from last 7 days. To continue receiving update from this channel, I, Kuldeep Sharma, request you to subscribe this channel and share and like the video. And also, don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.